Well, hello there. Hello. Hello. Welcome. So, today, I'm quite excited for this one. I thought I would show you guys my dice collection for things like Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop role-playing games. And I have all of them in this box here, which is, in fact, or it was, made by my dad when he was in secondary school, and he made it in woodworking class, and it served for a very long time as his dice box. And then when I properly decided that I was going to start collecting dice, he gave it to me. So it's got a very satisfying some nice wood sound. But I thought we should and could look at some dice, roll them around in the little dice tray, and hopefully you guys will find it relaxing. So, if I open this up, ta-da! We have all the lovely click-clack matchlocks. And I think I have about 10 different sets of dice now in here. They're all sort of a similar colour palette, as you can see. And the first set that I ever bought was this one. If I pull all of them out. And this one I actually bought off Amazon for not very much money, which is why I was so pleased to get them, because I really like the sort of pearlescent quality that they have. There we go. Let's see, what do we get? 11. This dice tray is a really useful one. Again, it wasn't very expensive. It's just you pop it together and then it sits up like this, but it does, sit flat as well. But it came from, if I just move the dice out of the way, hopefully you can read the dice shop online. I don't know if you can see that, maybe not. But yeah, they were really good UK based, dice and tabletop role playing company website. But yeah, there we go. There's the very first set that I got. button in the lid. And I'll get out what's next. There we go. So this, conveniently, if I fish around for all of them, is the second set that I ever bought. And this one came from Etsy, actually. There's a couple of Etsy stores that I like to buy from for dice. I think these ones came from a shop called Trade and Tested. Oh, is that another one? I've got so many dice in here. It's hard to spot them all. But, there's one. It's hiding. But, Trade and Tested, and the woman who runs the store also makes her own dice trays with different designs and patterns which are really lovely, and she makes dice bags as well. What are we missing? D20, D6, D8, D10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the D4. They're always the trickiest to find because they're so little. There it is. There we go. And again, I just thought this set was so pretty, you know, with the sort of swirl patterns of the blue. And I think it actually is named Blueberry Swirl on her store. There we go. But dark purple again, really. Helping them to stand out nicely. Let's see, what's this one going to do? Oh, 5. That's not so good. That's a bit better. 14. Another 5. One of the things that I quite like doing is, natural 20. There we go. We're on to a winner. But I like to test how balanced and fair the various dice sets are. And so I, using a method that I found on the internet, just roll all the different dice several times. And it takes quite a while. And then I come up with the average, scores for each dice. And then I know how even they are and how, likely I am to get some good scores. It sounds a little bit sad, but it is strangely therapeutic and enjoyable to just, sit there, roll dice in the dice tray. But we'll put that there. There we go. Right, what's next? I think the next set that I bought, I think it was actually this one, which is a sort of peach toned set. This came from another Etsy store. This was a different one called Roll With It GB, I think. And they've got some really lovely dice sets on there. I've got my eye on a few of them, so I will be adding to the collection. Where are the other ones? So, there's one. But I just really liked, the sort of apricot tone of these peach tones. So it's the D4s that are difficult to spot, and D6 as well after. D4, D6. There's the D6. Where's the D4 button to? Probably at the other end. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's not the D4. I lied. The D4's right there. There we go. But yeah, I just really enjoy the, sort of pinks and oranges and a little bit of yellow. You can see some more sort of yellow in the D6 there. It's a very satisfying felt sound when you use this dice tray. Let's play around with a D6. 4, 6. Maximum damage. I haven't been playing in a campaign for a little while. The last campaign that I played in was a Starfinder campaign. So the sort of 7 sci-fi version of Pathfinder. And that campaign finished middle of last year, I think it was, but the same bunch of people, because we do it online, because we're all over the place. Some of us are in the States and Canada. Ooh, natural 20. So yeah, we do it online. I think some of us have some more plans for a couple of D&D campaigns, so we tend to use Roll20, which you can do, all of your dice rolling on there online. But, if you trust each other enough not to cheat, then you can do it in person and just relay the results, That's those. But the first campaign that I ever played in was during my undergrad, and I wanted to come up with a character that was a little bit anachronistic and a little bit kind of a sort of tongue-in-cheek, slightly dumb idea. So I came up with a mountain dwarf druid called Brum, who, what am I after? D4 again. Oh, there it is. And I sort of came up with this backstory for this character, that he'd, spent all his life growing up with his clan in the mountains, and never really went outside. So they didn't really believe in trees. But the trees spoke to him, and so he left his mountain homeland to go and try and find the one great tree, which is such a silly concept, but amusing. little tiny pyramids. But so this set actually came from a different Etsy store, and it came in this really cute potion bottle. So it's Owl's Wisdom Potion. There's the owl. And I just thought it was such a cool, clever concept. And the way that they've got the paint sort of there in the bottom that looks like the potion. And pop the dice in there. There we go. And then just pop the lid on. And I thought it was such a, cute, clever way of having your dice. And then you can just, spill them all back out again. But I know some people do a similar concept with, potions in game, and they get the same kind of thing. And you've got the red as the base. I know that's what they do in Critical Role, which I love. I started watching it last year when they were towards the end of Campaign 2. So Campaign 3 is the only one of theirs that I've watched from the beginning, watched live basically. But yeah, they have a similar thing with potions where you just, roll it out and see whatever you get. But again, a lot of my dice are sort of that slightly pearlescent quality. I think these are actually, just the white ones up there. But, 5, not so good. 17, a bit better. 19, that would be a crit. There's another 5. Oh, another 5. Do I think I'm going to get a natural 20? Eventually I would, if I just kept rolling. Hey! There we go. These aren't doing too badly, actually. I'm getting there, not 20s. But, yeah, so that was back to my first D&D character. Brum the Dwarf. And he ended up becoming a wild-shaped druid. And he had still one of my favourite tabletop memories is our big boss battle against a pirate captain who was a wereboar and transformed, and then I, as Brum, yelled, "Two can play at that game," and transformed into a grizzly bear. And that was pretty epic. But I've got a few different character ideas. I'm just knocking around that eventually I'll manage to use. There's just something great about, sitting around a table and improving and the role playing and the combat. I love it. I think it's great. I know some people I'm more into the dungeon crawling side of things and not so much into the role playing, but that's the stuff I love, you know. My Starfinder campaign that I was in, we would just go for, you know, our characters would end up in like, we had a running gag of ending up in like space smoothie bars, and would just riff back and forth in character for ages. Half the time I'm not sure if we drove our DM mad or if he really enjoyed it because he didn't have to do much, but this set is actually one of the mystery dice sets that I ordered. It's I think this set again came from Trade and Tested, and she has an option where you can sort of specify maybe what colour palette you're after, or you know, anything like that, and then she'll just send you a mystery dice set. This is one of the ones I got, which I'm really happy with, you know. I think it's really beautiful with the sparkles and the blue and the purple. I think for a long time, this still might be my favourite set, or one of my favourite sets. Let's see. Oh, that one. Not so good. 6, 2, oh dear. 10, halfway there. 18, that's a bit better. 8, 2. Are we going to get one? I don't know that we will. 9 again. 17. 13. I think we might have to cut our losses with the 18. But, yeah, I really like this set. I think I'd probably use them as the main dice set of a particular sorcerer character that I've got knocking around. I think is sort of, you know, wild magic sorcerer, potentially touched by the Feywild. I feel like colour palette would suit her. I'll pop them over there. It's getting pretty full over there now, but look at that, it's very satisfying up there. What's the next one I'll look at? I think this, no, it was, that one was the next set that I got. And, this was another mystery dice set that I got from a different Etsy store called Mint and Mustard. And again, they have some really lovely sets. I don't think this is my favourite set that I have. I mean, I still really like them, you know, because it's the really nice sort of sparkle in the dice. But I think, you know, compared to some of the other ones that I have, they're a little bit more on the plain side. You know, they're still good, very easy to read. One, 2, 2, 4. Are we going to get a 6? 1, doesn't look like it. No, oh well. Let's try with the D20. 14, not bad. Pretty decent amount of damage there. Well, 15. 16. 12. But yeah, I think those are the only 2 mystery dice sets that I've got so far. But I definitely will get some more, I think, because there is something really nice about, you know, sort of leaving it up to somebody else. And, you know, you give them your colour preferences or your style, you know, whether you want them more sparkly and iridescent like this, or maybe more dynamic, and you just get what you get. But so far, I have been pleased. But you know what? Thinking about it actually, I think this set was also a mystery set. Yeah, I think it was actually. So I've just told you a lie. I have 3. Again, it's very similar, this set, to that one. I think this is another one from Trade and Tested. It's easier to grab the dice now that there's less in here. But, again, nice and, you know, sparkle, iridescence of them. Let's see. What are we going to get? 7. 4. Are we going to get double figures? 8. Oh, there we go. 16. Not so bad. Oh, cracked. 14. 5. I think, you know, using dice as a mechanic in a game can lead to so many great narrative moments. You know, we've seen it in things like Critical Role or Dimension 20, any of the different, you know, live streamed shows, or, you know, even just home games. You can get such amazing moments that all come out of just the roll of a dice. Part of the charm, but it's not doing too bad. Still no natural 20 yet, but this is the sort of thing. So if you want to test a D20, for example, you've got to roll it 4 times the number of sides. No, 5 times the number of sides. So 100 rolls of a D20. 3 times I tend to, no, 4 times I think I tend to do, in order to figure out how fair it is and get the average. Maybe I'll film myself doing it, because there's some of the newer dice sets in here I still need to do it for. So if that seems at all interesting, I think it will probably be pretty relaxing. Maybe I'll film myself doing it a little bit. But I have, I think this is probably going to fall off. Oh no, there we go. But I have, at the moment, I've just been handwriting all of the scores. But I think eventually I'm probably going to have to put it all in a spreadsheet. And then really probably just ignore it all. I'll go with the ones that I like, that I got the most anyway. But this set, as you can see, is mismatched. But Mint and Mustard on their website, they do really good dice palettes. So this one was there, as you can see, purple palette. So you just say that you want a palette and then they mix and match. You can see it's 7 different. So, I might get, if I got it again, a D20 in that, shift them around. But they also do really lovely mix and match Critical Role dice palettes for each individual character. And they've just recently released the ones for Bell's House Campaign 3. And they've also restocked with their other palettes, because you can imagine they're very popular with people who like the show. And I think I will eventually invest in one, because some of the palettes are quite in line with the sort of colour themes that I've got going on with my various sets of Natural 19. Another Natural 19. 11. 8. 5. 3. It's getting worse. 8. Don't think we're going to get a natural 20, do you? No. What have we had so far? 3 natural 20s? That's pretty good going. There's just something so satisfying about the click-clack math rocks. The idea of being a dice goblin. I think I'm well on my way. But also it's nice to have the choice, a variety of options for dice. Oops. 3. Let's see, this might fall off now. There we go. It's starting to feel like Jenga. Reverse Jenga, I don't know. But they do fit together very nicely. This set was a present from my sister. These last 2 sets were. I think this one was my birthday present. This year, last year? No, this was a Christmas present. Yeah, this was Christmas of this year just gone. I don't know how clearly you can see, but they've got sequins inside, so it makes them really, lovely and sort of ocean-esque. But yeah, I can't quite remember that. I think I have the dice bag still. I think maybe these were. There you go, you can see that. Oh, sequins in D6. I think these were from Dice Goblin, I think the company is called. But they are a lot of fun. 17. 6. Ooh, there we go. Natural 20. Don't know if you can see that. Natural 20. There we go. Some dice palettes you can get they have blank sides maybe, or the letters are filled in, invest in one of those and paint them myself, but I do have the tiny paintbrushes for it. But, let's see. Ooh. Oh, we've lost a couple. It's the useful thing about this dice box. But yeah, as I mentioned, it was my dad's for a long time, because he's always been into wargaming specifically. So it had loads and loads and loads of D6, mostly teeny tiny D6, and he'd stack them all up in here. And it sat on his shelf in the office for years and years and years, and you know, it's very nice and satisfying to open up and have a look inside. Now it's a little bit more chaotic, not quite as uniform with the various dice shapes, but it's still nice. This is the one that I got from my sister this year for my birthday, and I think this set might be up there as one of my favourites, probably with that one there. I just think it's really lovely, you know, the green wisps. It's just really, really pretty. I think I would like to get more of these kind of wispy style patterns. And it looks quite nice on the purple as well. Let's have a look, see. 8, 10, 10, 16, 16, 11. That's cocked. 17. Are we going to get there? No. Oh dear, it's getting worse. 15, 7, 3, 10, 13. Let's try some regal dice drop. That was very loud. 10. Oh well. We maxed out with a 17. But I just think they're so pretty. Look at that. So satisfying. Oh. Tell you what, let's start popping them. Debating whether to just grab a huge handful. There we go, let's do this one. Oops. I've had an avalanche of D6s. Because obviously there's only so much space in here and it's getting pretty full now. So I will have to invest. Oh, it's getting chaotic. I'll have to invest in a new dice bag, or, you know, a new box. Just grab that one that escaped. I know that Critical Role shop, I keep mentioning Critical Role, but I'm a fan, what can I say? Their shop has a pretty decent one that can hold a lot of dice. Ooh. you know, the thing that I enjoy about all of the dice that I have at the moment is I think no matter what sets you hold, in what combinations, they all kind of go together. It's a very satisfying palette. There we go. So that's all those, but we're not finished just yet because my most recent purchase is these, which I'm so hyped for because pop that to one side. Look how tiny they are. They're so small, and they bring me a great deal of joy. They're so tiny, and they make the tiniest little click-clack sound. Little teeth. As Ashley Johnson calls them. I think if I roll them on here, they'll just blend in. Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty much the same colour. But then look how tiny. Look how tiny they are. How can you not love them? They're so cute. They're so cute. I love them. It's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny D20. So look. Maybe it'll show up if I do it here. 14. 11. Oh, 1. 8. 6. But they're just so cute. I love them. I love them very much, and I will very likely be buying more mini dice because how can you not love these? There we go. Look at them, they're so small. They're so stupidly small. You can barely see them. You can certainly hear the difference there. But there we go. That is all of my dice. Let's try for another natural 20. I think this one gave us one before. Let's see. Not bad. 16. 8. Almost. 16. 14. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're going to be... Oh, there we go. We'll finish off on a natural 20. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this foray into the world of my Click-clackety.